Hello, my name is Tim, my company is Sports and Touring, and we are Jaguar F-Type specialists. I'm delighted to show you another beautiful F-Type now. This is a convertible, it's a V8S, so 500 horsepower through the rear axle for classic British sports car handling and fun, with a range of refined options in stunningly good condition and super low mileage. But perhaps the standout thing about this car is the beautiful combination of Loire blue or dark sapphire blue with chrome pack accents and the beautiful 20-inch alloy wheels, which have been freshly refurbished and are looking sensational. I am very excited to show you around. So then this beautiful Loire blue or dark sapphire blue paint, which catches the light so very well, and yet in the shade looks just a touch understated, certainly refined. It works brilliantly well with the lines of the F-Type. It catches the power bulge of the bonnet there superbly. And as we look down the side of this car and we see the chrome accents on the nose, these beautiful silver wheels, the chrome power vents, the detail on the door mirrors and so forth, and coming round to the rear, again, the way that the shape of the Jaguar works with this paint and with these accents of the badging and those beautiful quad tailpipes makes this a visually very impressive car indeed. And then, of course, the F-Type was first offered as a convertible. You take the fact that it is a phenomenal driver's car, and then add the fact that you can have the roof down and the wind in your hair, should you be blessed to have any. And it adds up to the most wonderful experience behind the wheel. This particular vehicle has been diligently cared for. The paint is in very good condition. As I say, the wheels have been freshly refurbished and are perfect. Pirelli P0 tyres, which are correct, of course, for the F-Type. And in every sense, it is a very fine example and stands proudly on our stock list. And it's as good inside as out, on which note, we'll take a look inside the cockpit. We'll supply this car, of course, with 2 remote key fobs and the owner's book pack, but there's no need to have the key fob in your hand because keyless entry is one of the many extra cost options on this V8. Just tap the button there on the door handle. The car unlocks, the power fold mirrors move out into position, and we can take a look into this beautiful cockpit. Starting perhaps with the driver's door card here, which you can see is in pretty well factory condition. It's unblemished, unmarked, very beautiful indeed. We've got a little badge there that tells us that we have the extra cost Meridian sound system in this car, and the full 16-way electric memory seats with lumbar support that's adjustable and adjustable side bolsters as well. Panning round, the tread plate is in great order, as is the carpet and carpet mat and so on. And then these beautiful performance seats in jet leather with jet stitching. They're in gorgeous condition, beautiful design. And we can see, for example, here on the side bolster and the side of the seat squab, you might expect there to be wear there and scuffing and loss of colour in the leather, but these seats are in fabulous order. Okay, sitting down into the F-Type. And I always make the point that struck me the first time I sat down into an F-Type, and that is that you're in an environment here where art and science come together. You've got the beautiful flowing lines of the design, particularly this gorgeous strut here, which forms a grip for the passenger. But you've also got really good technology. It's very well laid out. The ergonomics are fantastic as well. Looking around, we've got a stowage here between the seats, which does lock when the car is locked. I mean, I wouldn't leave gold bars in there, obviously, but you could leave a couple of things while you're away from the car with the roof down, perhaps. Under the armrest there, 2 USB sockets, a 12-volt socket and a mini jack, so you can plug into the infotainment system. And then we've got the twin cup holders there. And to explore further, we can fire up the supercharged V8 with that stop-start button. So my foot is on the brake. We'll watch the instrument binnacle do its little self-test flying display, and we'll see the centre air vent rise up into the correct position as well as we do this. And by the way, you saw the steering wheel move down into the driving position. It articulates up out of the way when you get out of the car to make access easier. Okay, so to the centre console then, and we've got the switch for the convertible roof there, which we'll come back to and have a play with in a moment or two. Eco stop start defeat to turn off the stop start system. We've got the rear spoiler switch, and being a convertible we can pan the camera around, and if I press the switch you'll see the spoiler come up and go down again. It comes up and goes down at fixed speeds when you're driving, but very important to put it up by hand before you wash the car or have the car washed. Then we've got the traction control off button and the switched active sports exhaust button as well, which opens those valves at the back of the exhaust system, giving you a throatier sound from the exhaust and a more engaging soundtrack for your drive. Electronic parking brake, of course, which is automatically released when you go to drive off. You don't have to release it with the button. And then we've got this beautiful shift stick. It falls perfectly into the hand. There's a little button on the front there which you use to activate it, and we can then go into drive mode, and then from drive gearbox mode sideways into sports mode. And in sports mode you can shift up and down using the shift stick if you wish to. I always make the point that I prefer to use the flappy paddles on the steering wheel, because then my hands are on the wheel and I'm manoeuvring the car with complete certainty. Back over here, the park mode is selected just by tapping the top of the shift stick there, and the car takes care of that for you. Then we have the driving mode selector switch here. So we're in standard driving mode at the moment. We can go forward into rain, ice and snow mode. That calms the car down very considerably for driving in icy or snowy conditions. And then from there back into normal driving mode or vanilla mode, and rearwards into tutti frutti or dynamic driving mode with the checkered flag illuminated there, and you can see the instrument binnacle has turned red and it told us dynamic mode confirmed there, so we know we're driving now with the ECU map altered to give a sportier response from the engine. The suspension is very slightly firmed up, and the gearbox and throttle maps are slightly changed as well. And the steering is sharpened up very slightly. Then we come back to the center console here, and we can see the climate control section, auto climate, air conditioning and timed recirculation, hazard warning light button there in the middle, and then we've got the front and rear demist and the front electric heated screen. So this windscreen has those tiny little elements running through it which are pretty well invisible, but they heat the screen up so quickly in cold conditions if there's ice or mist about. Then the two climate controls there for the temperature, dual zone in this car, so passenger can dial in one temperature, driver can dial in another there, and then you press and adjust the level of the electric seat heating. Such a lovely thing to have in cold conditions, and again on both of these seats. Up to the infotainment system, and you can see we're on the home screen here. We've got buttons around the outside to access various modes, or we can tap on the screen itself, so I'll do that to show you the audio sources. We've got AM, FM radio, DAB radio, the My Music option, which includes stored CDs there. You can see that that system is empty. We've also got Bluetooth audio, iPod, DVD and CD, aux and USB selections there. And the stored CDs works by storing a CD which you play in the car. So you put your favourite CD in, listen to it and tell the system to download it, and it's then stored in the kind of jukebox built into the car. Okay, back to the home page. We've got, of course, satellite navigation, nice clear display screen. It often looks very bright on these videos, but it's lovely and clear, very easy to use, easy to program your destination and so forth. And then we go back to the home screen to see that we've got Bluetooth telephony, of course, very crisp and clear for making and receiving calls when you're on the move. Back to the home screen again, we can tap extra features to see that we have, for example, got ambient lighting on this car, so you can change the colour and the brightness of the lighting inside the cockpit to suit. Back to the home screen, and I'll just say briefly that we've got the climate control button there. That enables you to select the airflow direction and to synchronize the two temperatures there in the cockpit. Then back to the home screen, and we can see that the mode button cycles you through different modes on the audio input. Phone takes you to the Bluetooth phone. Audio there takes you to the audio inputs, and nav takes you directly to the sat nav. Over to the steering wheel, and the left-hand thumb pad has the infotainment controls and Bluetooth telephony button. The left-hand stalk there is for the indicators and the automatic headlamps. The right-hand thumb pad here has the cruise control and active speed limiter, and the right-hand stalk has the rain-sensitive wipers. Beautiful display there in front with the speedo and rev counter and temperature gauge and fuel gauge as well, and the panel in the middle which provides various driving information as you go along. And then there, just by my right hand knee, you can see the boot release rear fog lamp and the dimmer for the dashboard itself. And by the way, everything here in beautiful condition. This cockpit exemplifies the great care with which this car has been treated by its previous owners. The leather is unmarked. There's no wear on the steering wheel, for example. It's all in fabulously good order. Okay, we'll turn the camera around and have a look at the operation of the convertible roof. So, I hope you've got a good view now looking just behind me. The roof is very swift to operate, so I'm going to operate the switch there. You'll see those little flaps move out of the way so the roof can articulate out of its stowage and into position. It all happens automatically. There are no latches to operate by hand, and very swiftly the windows are up, and in only a very few seconds we have the roof up, ready for the rain shower that we've seen in front of us. Conversely, to put the roof down, again just press the button, the windows move out of the way, the roof unlatches itself and folds away into its stowage, and then those little flaps at either side stow themselves away as well. The windows come up and we are ready to enjoy our top-down motoring in the fresh air. It's quick to operate, it's simple, it's notably reliable, and that's an important thing with convertible roofs. And all in all, I think Jaguar did a great job of the F-type convertible roof. Right, we'll switch the engine off and take a look next in the boot. A lot of convertibles lose boot space because they have a roof which folds into the boot space, and you have to put one of those boot separators in position in order to have the roof down. Now that's how Jaguar did the convertible roof of the XK and XKR, which is a forerunner of the F-Type, but they chose to do things differently with the F-Type. And so when we open the boot of the F-Type, you can see there's no boot separator there. There is quite a reasonable space though. It extends a long way forward. If I just put the camera down there, you'll see that it goes right underneath the rear deck there. It goes well out to the sides as well, and there's a handy little cubby hole there in the base of the boot, all of which adds up to a very usable space. I know people who've gone for 1 and 2 week holidays in convertible F-types without too much difficulty in terms of their packing. I would recommend, if you're going to go touring in a convertible F-Type, that it's worth investing in one of the bespoke luggage sets, which is designed to make the best use of the boot space and also look very smart, of course, when you arrive at your destination. Again, you can see the boot here. Everything is in correct order. It's all clean and crisp. There are no nasty stains or marks, no nasty smells I can mention as well. And you can see the tyre inflation kit is there in the correct position. We can come round and look now at the passenger side of the car. And again, the door card is in beautiful condition, I dare say, as it left the factory. The tread plate or scuff plate, again, very fine, and the carpet and mat and dashboard and this gorgeous performance seat are all in very fine order indeed. Next, well, we'd better take a look at the power plant. So here we are under the bonnet looking at the cover, under which is the supercharger, under which is the 5-litre V8 engine, driving through the 8-speed ZF gearbox and limited slip differential to the rear axle, delivering a 0 to 60 time of 4.2 seconds and a top speed electronically limited at 186. But the point I always make in our videos at this moment is that this isn't a car about those things. This is a car about sitting there in the driver's seat with your hands and feet on the controls and the tremendous connection that you feel driving an F-Type with the car and the road underneath it and your journey and your progress. The way that the F-Type engages and connects the driver with his or her journey is just phenomenally good. Again, you can see under the bonnet here, everything is in very fine order, crisp and clean. The service history, very low mileage car indeed. It's got good main dealer service history, and our excellent friends at Marshall Jaguar in Newbury will be servicing this car as well to make it ready for its next keeper. So thank you very much indeed for watching. It's been a huge pleasure to show you this beautiful F-Type. We're Sports and Touring. We're just outside Andover in Hampshire, open 7 days a week by appointment only. You're very welcome to telephone, email or WhatsApp us if you've got any questions, or if you'd like to see this car in person or by video call. It'll be our pleasure to send you a link to our Google Drive. That's an online folder with higher resolution photographs of the car, which you can zoom in on, and PDF copies of important documents. If you've got a car to dispose of on your buying journey, we'll give you frank and honest advice about the best way to achieve the maximum value with the minimum inconvenience. And if you'd like to chat about finance, we can do that as well. We're authorised and regulated by the FCA, and we work with a really brilliant broker. Do please take a few moments to read our reviews in Auto Trader. I'm very proud indeed of the things our previous customers say about us. And I'll close by saying thank you again. Feel free to like and subscribe to us here on YouTube. And we will look forward to hearing from you very soon. Contact details coming next.